And welcome to the Trinity Grade 4 song, the part 2 of the video for Gigue from the 2016-2019 series. In the first video we looked at some musical features of the piece, namely the time signature, the 12 beats, 12 quaver beats in a bar, so we're giving this 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3 type feel. And the purposeful bass line, which is a nice feature of Baroque pieces. Let's just look at the bass line for the second part, so from bar 7. So we've got a E played there. Now we've got F sharp. Okay, big stretch for finger 4, G sharp up to A, and I'm still going to use my thumb to play the B and the C. As we continue, we've got C's again, and then G's, and then finishing off with a C chord there. So you can see that my thumb is going to play all those lower notes, all the ones with the stems pointing downwards. Yeah, let's just carry on through that. So what we'll do, we'll start with the B. I've got my thumb on string 4 ready and my finger 2. And I'll just take you through this. So I play my B and then my E. So I get 3. Now when I stretch to that F sharp, I lift my finger 2 to enable me to get a finger 1 comfortably onto that C. Finger 1 of course then plays a G sharp. Okay, and we just finish that small little phrase. Okay, finishing off with a little feel of an A minor chord. Then that will take us to the next part of the phrase. So we start on high A there, then a B bass, and I move finger 4 down to G, and finger 2 for the F, because that will allow me a smooth transition for the C natural there, which you saw, and then we're just finishing off the phrase now with a G and a D. So it's really just about ensuring you use the correct fingers on the left hand to help you move down, especially from this A, G, F, and then the C with the E, yeah, and that allows that to happen nice and smoothly. So what we'll do, we'll carry on into the next phrase, so the end of bar 8 to bar 9. Again, use the fingerings that's been given and I'll explain why. So we play a high E, C and E, thumb lower note of course, finger 2 there, so that means we can hold the C. Yeah. Otherwise the C is just going to disappear if you play the high F with the C, with the finger 1 as well. So here we go, so we get E, release finger 2 to help finger 4 get across there, and that allows you then to prepare fingers 3 and 2 on the respective strings 3 and 1, and I can just move those up now. You can see I could just move them up, so I'm playing the G and the B on fret 4 of string 2. Just added the D in there, so I'm just playing across the strings, move down 2 frets, so you get A and F. The C, open strings. I'm going to play AMI now for these high notes across the 3 strings, so I get F with an E. Okay, so I just played A-I-M there. Now the next part, the E, so if I kept the D down that would have been helpful. Finishing off the phrase, use finger 3 for an A, and it allows fingers 1 and 2 to transition very smoothly across the strings. So again, we've got a nice purposeful bass line. In the next part we've got E, it's the same again actually, I think from a previous section, yes, so we've got E, F sharp, G sharp, A, so let's just play that through. So here we go, we've got E, now finger 1 for the low E though, finger 2. Now what I do now, instead of using the fingerings I think that's given, I use finger 4 for my F sharp and finger 1. It's quite hard to bring finger 2 over there, and there's no need. So I played my F sharp, and now I can release the F sharp for the E, of course, and finger 1 just stretches further back, and I can release finger 4. So it makes it nice and fluent. Let's have a look at that. I'll just walk through that again. So we start with the E, finger 1 on low E. F sharp, stretch. You can see it's all happening nice and smoothly now. Using the fingerings that's been suggested there. 2 and 3 for A and F sharp. And bringing us out to the end, so we've got D and F. This awkward bit again with the F and A, but holding my finger 2 down on the E, because now I can just left finger 4, play that E, A, B, E chord, A again, G sharp, and then finger 3 goes back down, and we finish with the A minor chord, just the A, E and A. So as you can see, the real thing that I've been talking about all the way through this is how to help your left hand transition from between frets, between notes, to keep it nice and legato and smooth. It's too jerky if you try to use a particular finger to jump across the strings, and you'll lose your notes. So the best thing to do is take each little phrase at a time. I've said where the phrases kind of start and end. Each line is almost like a phrase, split into 2 smaller phrases. And if you practice those smaller phrases, it will help you just build up. It takes a lot of time to play one of these songs. I personally find the Brocks quite tricky and take a lot of time and effort for me to get used to. They're quite difficult to sight read and play as well. So if you're ever going to think about taking an exam in one of these, it's really well worth learning the song from memory and just using the music as a guide. And remember, all those stem down notes with the thumb will help you there, keep the fingers clear for the high notes. And also just thinking about sometimes where we've had to introduce the hand positions, like those 2 F sharps there. You can't play that really, it's very hard to play it in the classical type guitar position. So just move the fingers, move the elbow out, and the hand swings there. The fingers are now kind of pointing to the right, but we can say it's taken to the left from the elbow, and that allows you to play notes which are vertically on the strings. That will help you quite a lot, I think, at that point. So I'll wish you good luck with this song, and enjoy Gigue.